Afternoon to you, Shivani.
Good afternoon, Julia. You
Thanks.
know my pronouns are they, them. How are you doing?
Yeah. Thank you for telling me your pronouns. I use correct.
Straight out of the gate. Straight out of the gate, a nice uppercut. Well, continuing my yapping session. Welcome to the channel, everyone. I am your host, the Scrub Lord, or Lord Scrub himself. Either will do. I am the Scrub, and yeah, we're watching a video here. We're watching a video basically where perspectives are apparently clashing in America. Whether you are more liberal or conservative, like traditional or progressive, it seems uh, people are capturing things online in video format. The the arguments between people. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now put this in yeah, I already got in 125 speed, so let's get started.
And hey, what? You do not get up in my face like this. You don't want. You do not
We
want
can't
to be
talk
playing
man to
this.
man. We can't talk man to man.
I don't think that's possible.
That's not possible.
I
Why?
don't think it's possible because
Why?
there's only one man standing in this aisle right now. Now
And it's
sit
me.
down, little miss.
And it's
Before
me,
I go
'cause
ahead
you're
and
acting
get,
like a child.
I'm gonna go ahead and get TSA to come on this plane and haul you off.
Why
You want to
would
make that big of
why,
a show
why
about it?
would they haul me off?
You want to make
Because
that
I
big of a show
identify
because
as
you're
a
not
male,
confirming the
and you
docket that I
don't
have.
you don't want to identify me as such.
The government chose what to identify you when you were born in a hospital. They wrote M or F next to your birth certificate.
Okay,
That
and
is
it's my life.
That was dictated by a power much
it's
greater
my
than
life,
mine.
and I don't
all right?
feel that way.
A higher
I feel
power
like
than me.
I'm a
I'm not
man,
the
so I'm a
authority.
man.
I'm not the authority that assigned you.
You
what
need to
you were
get- she need
assigned.
to get
You're
up
saying
on
any
stage.
authority at all.
She need to get up out of his face.
I agree. Thank you, sir. If you continue this display, if you cannot confirm what my docket says here, that there are in fact two ladies sitting in this aisle,
There is one.
then
I'm sorry,
you're gonna have
a
to
lady,
leave.
correct? There is one lady
You're gonna have to
and
leave.
one man.
Well, that's not what it says. I need in these seats in order to fly.
Uh, as a person, like, he's in the service industry, and retail isn't too much different. Oh my gosh, I would dread a conversation like this because obviously the man's just trying to get through another flight. You know, you like whenever I'm pretty sure they gotta stay like wherever this plane lands, they gotta go to a little hotel where they live at, right, for a little bit until the next flight, take them elsewhere, et cetera, as the flights continue and that job has to be met. And so it's like you go based off the information you have. As somebody gets mad at you, the middleman who's basically just supposed to be making sure everything's in order on the plane, and it's like, come on, like, come on, man. You're supposed to just confirm the information on the paper so we can get through this flight. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, like, uh, this conversation sucks. Obviously, she she wants to be respected for how she wants to identify. And personally, I think in a day and age where religion is treated as, or the idea of belief, whether it's of oneself or divine figures, is more so, hey, don't push your ideology on me. I would hope that people like this, like, at some point, can be stood up against and say, hey, your ideology is your ideology. However, I'm just on the clock. Leave me alone. But I just find that interesting as far as a little bit of hypocrisy there.
So if you're going to continue to fight the facts that I'm looking at right here, then I'm going to have to haul you off because you could be a dangerous person. We don't know. We have no way of confirming
because
this.
I identify as a male.
Because you're not the
Because I
person
am a
on my
male?
list. You're not the
Because
person
I
on my
am
list.
a man.
It's a simple, one of two answers.
Are you mad
There's
because
no
I'm more
gray
man than
zone.
you?
There's no gray zone.
Is that what you're mad about?
Is it really that big of a
Is that
deal?
what you're mad about?
You want to get up
Is
in
that
my
what you're
face
mad
right?
about?
I don't need this job. Look, you want to play
Oh,
big
you
and
don't
tough
need
man?
this job?
You want to play
Let's
big and tough
go.
man? All right.
No.
Look. Oh.
What?
No, don't.
Oh man, help him, help this man. Somebody please stand up in the audience, or somebody on the plane and say, no, it's not worth it. This person is not worth you losing your job, bro. Trust me. Mainly because it's like, they're like, I assume that he already has to deal with various people who, whether it's like, hey, they're trying to get on the plane late, or hey, uh, the like I need something, or he's just, or hey, he had to wake up like 5 o'clock in the morning just to be here on time, put on the nice suit, look presentable. And it's like, just the icing on cake is just like these experiences. So I relate to him, but at the same time, oh brother, it's not that serious. But in the moment, it really is. It really is.
Don't lose your job. Don't lose your job. Don't lose your job.
You're right, I'm better.
Don't lose
Thank
your job.
you.
Don't lose your job.
Thank
Don't
you,
lose your job.
thank you, thank you.
Sit down, ma'am.
Because in court, that's not gonna be in court. That's not gonna be a man. Don't lose your job.
Appreciate you. Yes, I appreciate cameraman here, because man, we need people like this to let us know, hey, we know life sucks, the economy is trash, and wages really don't pay the bills as well as they need to where you can comfortably have a little bit to the side, and you can splurge whenever you need to. It's like, no, like in this day and age, you need to lock in and stay locked in.
Afternoon to you, Shivani.
Good afternoon, Julia.
Thanks.
You know my pronouns are they, them. How are you doing?
Yeah. Thank you for telling me your pronouns. I use correct
Straight out of the gate, straight out of the gate, a nice uppercut. Like, use my correct pronouns, news anchor lady.
grammar. So the only thing I would need to refer you to is to your face would be you. But
Based.
I'm not being rude. You can choose your pronouns. You can choose what you want to call yourself, but you don't get to require me to use incorrect grammar and factually
Based.
incorrect things. You're not a plural. You're a one person, and you're a female person. So I will use she and her. Thank you very much.
Based.
Do what you like, I guess.
Well, there you are. You didn't need to tell me then, did you?
Maybe I'm just making sure people know in case they're watching and they want to refer to me respectfully.
But you gotta present yourself positively to somebody, because we're like, we see these things like, oh, you want to play that game? All right, well, you found the right one. So because obviously her whole demeanor switched up the moment she just out the gun, punched her in the face with that gender comment. Like, wait a minute, where did that come from? Like, oh, that's what you want today? Okay, let's get it then. let's get cooking. And immediately you could tell she kind of switched up, where it's like, oh, this person, because you can't defeat that stance.
Is it disrespectful for me to use correct factual grammar?
It's not incorrect or unfactual grammar to use singular they them pronouns for an individual. But we're here to talk about the cast review.
Yeah, but you chose to bring it up.
You chose to use the incorrect pronouns for me.
I
I'll
chose
just
to use the
correct you.
correct pronouns for a single woman who is appearing on my show.
I'm not a single woman though. I'm a very special non-binary trans person, as you just pointed out.
See, this is the problem. When they're trying to force it and shove it down people's throat, they deserve to get this kind of backlash.
I just want to tell everyone here how proud I am of being straight. Also want to tell everybody how proud I am of the white heritage that I have. I'm proud of being male. Except I don't need to dance around in my underwear down the street in front of children to prove it. I also don't need a month. I really don't need anything. Why is that? I'm not a narcissistic piece of shit. Happy Pride Month.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, come on now. If anything, these days, isn't there like multiple months? Because I'm pretty sure, what was it, like was it August, September, or October, something like that. Like, wasn't there a celebration of LGBTQ identities like recently? That's a good question. Let me look this up. Let me see how many. Okay, so there's when in the world that is, in February something May 17th. So May might be another one. Below is a calendar of significant dates of members of the LGBTQ, along with what or who they're commemorating. Okay. Year started. Oh, so they're just wow, so they're just growing in number. I think the most recent one was literally in October. So yeah, they're just all over the year. I'm getting December, November. Oh wow, wait a minute, 1988. What World's AIDS Day? Oh, that's significant for the LGBT. What in the okay? Let's see. So they got one in November, December, May, July, October, June, April, March, September. Yeah, they basically the whole year is the whole year. Is there two? Pride Month was invoked in National June, but October marks perhaps a lesser known celebration. Okay, so officially, apparently it's 2. So I was right about October. So yeah, October. I just couldn't narrow down the month, October. But apparently, there's a whole bunch of apparently dates just scattered around the whole year for this. So the more you know.